What is going on, fellow vets? Brian Reese, the VA Claims Insider, coming at you live from Austin, Texas. And today I am revealing and I am explaining everything you need to know about sleep apnea VA ratings. And oh, by the way, there could be changes coming to how the VA reviews and rates sleep apnea. So let's talk about what's going on right now. And let's also talk about what might happen in the future. Okay, so as of right now, okay, heading into 2024, there are currently 4 ratings for VA sleep apnea claims. Okay, it's 0%, 30%, and 50%, and 100%. Now, the most common rating for sleep apnea is 50%, okay, which under CFR 38, Part 4, the schedule for rating disabilities, if you have moderate to severe sleep apnea symptoms and you require the assistance of a breathing device, okay, something like a CPAP machine, that's 50%. Okay, now for VA benefits, typically direct service connection or secondary service connection via aggravation are 2 of your best routes. Now, here's a pro tip, okay? If you're hearing my voice, you have sleep apnea, but you were not diagnosed with sleep apnea while on active duty. Okay, meaning you did not have a sleep study, you didn't get the formal diagnosis, it is not in your military medical records, aka your service treatment records. Your best path for sleep apnea is probably secondary to another service-connected disability. Okay, conditions like sleep apnea secondary to mental health, secondary to rhinitis, sinusitis, deviated septum, asthma, GERD, weight gain, side effects of medications. Those are all goodness. Okay. Now, for VA rating purposes, there are 3 types of sleep apnea that the VA looks at. Okay. Obstructive sleep apnea, OSA, that's the most common. Central sleep apnea, CSA, and then complex or mixed sleep apnea, which is generally a combination of both OSA and CSA. How does the VA rate sleep apnea right now? Okay, it's under 38 CFR Part 4, the schedule for rating disabilities, diagnostic code 6847, sleep apnea syndromes. Okay, that's the actual rating scale from 0 to 100%, with breaks at 30% and 50%. Now, the 50% rating is the most common, like I said before, and the reason is because if you have sleep apnea with a CPAP, okay, and you require that, you require the assistance of a breathing device like a CPAP, you should get a 50% rating. Now, let's talk about possible changes that are actually in the Federal Register right now, okay? This could happen, folks. Okay, it's been through review. I believe it's out for comment. It has not been signed into law yet, but there are proposed changes for how the VA reviews and rates sleep apnea. If passed, the new ratings would be 0%, 10%, 50%, and 100%. Note, the 30% rating is gone, okay? And the biggest change, okay, this is a big one, folks. The biggest change is the ending of the automatic 50% VA rating if a veteran has sleep apnea and they require the use of a breathing device. That is gone. The 50% rating criteria no longer says that, okay? So here are the biggest changes that I want you to be aware of, though, in how it's going to be rated, okay? And this is right out of the Federal Registrar with the proposed changes. I'm going to read the new 50% level, okay, since that is the most common. Here it is. Sleep apnea with ineffective treatment as determined by a sleep study, or unable to use treatment due to comorbid conditions, and without end organ damage. Okay, what the crap does that mean in complex medical terms? Here's what you need to know. Just because you have sleep apnea with a CPAP, if this is passed into law, you are no longer going to be guaranteed a 50% rating. Here's what I think is going to happen. Okay, let's read the 10% criteria. Sleep apnea with incomplete relief, as determined by sleep study with treatment, rate at 10%. Folks, that means if you have a CPAP and it's working, you are likely to get a 10% rating. Okay, now if you have sleep apnea with or without treatment and you're asymptomatic, meaning you don't have symptoms, that is 0%. Okay, folks, here's the bottom line. The new sleep apnea ratings suck. Okay, so if you think you have sleep apnea, get your claim in now and get a Nexus letter and try to get it service connected before this criteria might change. Okay, now here's a pro tip. If you're already service connected and rated for sleep apnea, you are grandfathered in at your current rating regardless of the changes. So for example, let's say you're already service connected for sleep apnea at 50%, okay? And these new ratings go into effect, okay? You are grandfathered in. You are not going to have your rating changed based upon the new criteria. Okay, fellow vets, if you need help, you know where to find us. Okay? VAClaimsinsider.com. We can help you. Okay? If you need a Nexus letter for sleep apnea, maybe you're thinking about, hey, I've got sleep apnea. How do I service connect this? Because I've been denied before. Okay, well, guess what? One of our coaches can probably help you with the best strategy to get your sleep apnea service connected secondary. Okay. Again, you need Nexus letters. Maybe you need a Nexus letter for a sleep apnea secondary condition. We can also help you with that. Okay. It's a free 3-step intake process. If we don't win, you don't pay. Okay. We got skin in the game to help you, fellow vets. All right. You see the banner across the screen. Join, start free. I can't wait to get to know you. VAClaimsinsider.com. I'll talk to you real soon, fellow vets. Appreciate everything y'all do.